What's going on, guys? Your boy Joey672 coming, guys, with a video right now, and I want to go over some Zach Ertz, speculated news. Like I said, it's speculations, guys, so take this with a grain of salt. Don't run with it. Don't make a big deal out of it. But I like to go over things like this because, we want to see what's going to happen here. We don't even know if there's even two teams engaging in a Zach Ertz trade as of right now. I mean, nothing even close to what I've heard, but sometimes when moves are made, they're very quiet. They're swept under the rug a little bit until we find out later on. So, Josina Anderson, okay? This is Josina Anderson, guys, but obviously the news from a couple days ago, so let's go over it. As of my conversation today, my understanding is that apprehensions with production consistency at the Bills tight end spot are still a topic of conversation in Buffalo, something to keep an eye on, especially with folks still staking out Zach Ertz's situation in Philly. Okay, if you didn't hear the news about Dawson Knox, tight end, a backup tight end for Buffalo, did welcome a Zach Ertz trade like a week ago. The speculated trade for the draft for Buffalo, there was a lot of Buffalo Bills rumors of them acquiring Zach Ertz. Okay. Now, I think they could be tapping into this situation. That's obviously a big secret right now that we're not hearing anything right now. I mean, I think the trade value for Zach Ertz is gone. I think they've held on to him so long to the point where I don't even know if you can even get a 5th-round pick for him at this point. And I've said it probably a million times in every Zach Ertz trade video. They should at least try to get at least a 6th or a 7th, or at least, I don't even care if it's a 7th-round pick for 2024. I don't even care if it's two, three, years down the road in draft picks. Okay, at least one draft pick, whatever it's going to be. But who knows? We might get surprised. Maybe the Eagles say, "Hey, we're trying to get at least something valuable for this player." And and last year, I understand a bad year. People get a little sensitive about this Zach Ertz situation because I think with signing Richard Rodgers and already having Dallas Goedert as your number one tight end, which I don't think this team is doing 12 personnel. I don't think they're doing double tight end sets. We did double tight end sets with Doug when we didn't have speed or we had too many injuries at wide receiver. Okay, so you exploited that. That at least a strength that you could put 2 tight ends on the field and get a little bit of attention. But as of right now, I think the Bills are that number one team. And it's not just because of this news. The Bills are probably the one team, obviously, that needs that projection, that needs that production at that position badly, with an already capable and loaded offense, a good quarterback, and obviously a team in the AFC East that is going to contend for a championship this year, okay? And, I think they have a really good roster. I think they just need that capable, tight end. And that's really, it's really up to the team that really, obviously Zach Ertz is going to play out his contract this year if he is traded, which was reported. But, he's going to expect that Austin Hooper, George Kittle, Travis Kelce money, if that even happens. Obviously, the Eagles tried to give him 2 contracts and denied both, and obviously, there was some rumors about Zach Ertz and Howie Roseman, getting into it with each other, which I don't know if that's true, but I don't doubt it at this point, but you never know. But the Bills are the number one team, and hey, if they can get a player back for this trade, which it's highly out of my mind that that's actually going to happen, getting a player for Buffalo, I doubt it. But I think at the same time, you got to look at it and say, this move does make sense. I think Zach Ertz will benefit himself. His production is dipping. Okay, he doesn't have he's not a yak yardage tight end. He's got reliable hands. He's good at the top of his route to get separation. And that's really all it is. There's really no speed, and that's pretty much it is what it is at this point. So like I said, take this with a grain of salt. Don't take it and run with it. But I think the Buffalo Bills have been that number one team that's been really looking in on the Zach Ertz situation. After they go after every team does draft, and teams do wait to trade after the draft. I thought maybe in the later rounds, Zach Ertz would have been traded, so that didn't happen. So now you go back to square one where you're still looking, and maybe there's news out there we have no idea of. They could be in talks with a couple teams, but obviously it's very quiet and it's not reported right now. So I'm hoping before the end of July, before training camp does start, that Zach Ertz is going somewhere. I do not want to release him. I really want to trade him. You trade him, you get $8.5 million back in the cap space. If you release him, you flat out get half of that at $4.5 million. And I really want to get that $8.5 million for Zach Ertz, for trading him, and just see where it goes, guys. I think Dallas Goedert is going to be that number one guy for us. I think he's a great player. I think has shown enough and is capable. And going into the last year of his contract, Zach Ertz does stay here. He's a $12 million cap hit, but now you sign Richard Rodgers, so there's no way he's coming back. It's just impossible at this point that he's going to come back. So other than that, guys, let me know what you guys think about this. And, obviously, do you think the Bills are that number one spot for Zach Ertz? So it should be exciting, and I can't wait for it to happen. I mean, we got to move on. It is what it is. We can't hold on to players too long. And, unfortunately, it's more about money. I mean, I think at the end of the day, they want Zach Ertz back, but as of their financials and where they're going with this team now, they have to do things they don't want to do, but they have to think about what they need for this franchise before getting emotionally attached to some of these players that have done a crazy amount of work for this team. And Zach Ertz being here since he's been drafted, okay, the respect goes out to him and what he's done here. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. I will see you guys later. Shakes, what up, follows 5. Peace out, guys. Peace.